There are those who also tell me that the state finances have zero accountability. Every state government today is engaged in one populist scheme after the other because their prime aim is to get re-elected. As a result, fiscal deficit, revenue deficits of states are reaching points where states are finding it very difficult often to even pay the salaries of government employees. So is there enough accountability for states, even if they are granted, as you say, greater fiscal flexibility or greater trust from the center?
Rajdeep, what accountability does the center have? States have constitutional bindings. They can't go beyond a certain level of deficit. They can't borrow beyond a certain point. This is a myth created by the bureaucracy. When a civil servant is in the state, he behaves differently. When he's in the center, he behaves differently. Let's not forget that. Where is the accountability question coming from? All states have their own FRBMs, as much as center has. So where is this accountability coming in? And if there are populist measures in states, which they are, should not be there, so are there populist measures in the center. Hasn't center done that? Center has created all kinds of freebies which are being emulated by the states. So let us not position the center knows best and states can't do it. The same bureaucrats. Mr. Singh would have run the finance division in Bihar, in Patna is running it in the same person. So it's about the institutional framework you provide. What I am saying is, if you want states to perform, change the institutional framework which comes in from federalism, make it not about finances, but about the markets, because that's what the economy needs.
Break that down for me. How would you do that?
For instance, now...
Give me a concrete way to do it.
I'll give you one concrete example. Today, the biggest issue the Indian economy has, it's a resource deficit economy. We are a commodity economy. We have, in terms of whether it's oil, coal, whatever, we have deficits. Now, what is the role that states play in that? How about talking about resource federalism, that share in water, share in coal, share in oil, so you actually create an incentive for them to build resource federalism. That's the way to go forward, because that's the current need of the economy. So we have no place, states have no role in that entire resource federalism of the country.
You know, taking up from what Haseeb said, I remember speaking to the Karnataka Chief Minister, Mr. Siddaramaiah, a few months ago, and he was fuming because he claimed that, look, Karnataka's finances or revenues that Karnataka earns are going to, in a way, finance states of the eastern seaboard or northern India, which have far slower growth rates, and Karnataka, in a way, is being penalized for having lower population growth rates, higher incomes. Our revenues are being taken away from us and being used to finance other states, including a Bihar or a Bengal. How would you respond when the southern chief ministers in particular now are saying we've got to come together and we deserve greater payback for what we are contributing to the economy?
So, Rajdeep, let me make 3 comments. First and foremost, I agree with Haseeb that we need to go back to the drawing board on the Constitution. Namely, what is that drawing board? The drawing board basically, Rajdeep, tells you that the 7th schedule of the Indian Constitution, which is central, has 3 lists. List part, he knows that very well. List 1, 2, and 3. The one which is the exclusive responsibility of the union, second, which is exclusive responsibility of the states, and the third, which is the concurrent list. In practice, where I agree with Haseeb, is that over a period of time, this list has got cluttered up. I have said repeatedly that we need to go back to that drawing board to redraw the 7th schedule of the Constitution in defining and redefining the functions and powers of the central government and the states. But I have given lectures and written extensively about revisiting the 7th schedule, which is the important thing. Now to your sharp question. Rajdeep, the question is deeper. The question is more fundamental. The question is this: as we make progress, one of the things which we have to confront is the asymmetry between economic power and political power. States which are doing exceedingly well in terms of their economic development are also states which have managed their demography much better. States where per capita income is low have yet to get a full handle on demographic management. This is the reality of the asymmetry between political power, represented by the population and demography, and the economic power, represented by much higher rates of economic growth. And this asymmetry would need to be resolved. How did I resolve it? By not kicking the can down the states. I resolved it by not only recognizing that states which are populous need more resources for law and order, for better roads, for better schools, for hospitals, and the needs of the population. At the same time, I did introduce a new criteria, which Haseeb knows, on improved demographic management, in some way rewarding states which have invested in girl-child education, in improving awareness, and managing the demography better. But as we go down, this is an important challenge which we will need to face in multiple contexts of reconciling the asymmetry between economic power and political power.
But is that